Have you and a significant other ever had a moment like you kind of see in movies where you think you have your whole life planned out and it's like, well, obviously after college, we're going to move to whatever city. And it's like, well, wait a second. I thought we were going to move to my hometown. And then it's like a sign that you probably weren't meant to be together. If you've got a story like that, give us a call at 601-995-1017 as I tell you about a 22-year-old from Wisconsin named Kaylee. She was about to get married to her boyfriend, fiance, love of her life, and they were planning their wedding. Now, I guess earlier in the day, there had been a text thread conversation between the fiance's and his mom, where they were talking about the wedding venue, and they wanted to do it at their house. They wanted to get married at the house, and I'm assuming that Kaylee did not want to get married just in the backyard at the house, so it led to a heated discussion. And then that discussion went even further whenever they were together. And eventually, she ended up stabbing him, I believe, in the neck.
Right? Okay. Yeah, right? That's not necessarily how we get what we want, Kaylee.
Well, now Kaylee's saying that he shoved her first. He's saying, no, I didn't shove her first. She came at me. I pushed her away. Then she stabbed me. So it was a whole thing. And I'm assuming they're not going to be together anymore. Like, that would be a sure sign that it's not a good relationship, right?
Yeah, I mean, that would be the end of it for me. If I flew into such a fit of rage that I stabbed the guy, I'd be like, I got to walk away from this.
Have you ever had, like, an argument about, like, plans for the future sort of thing that showed you this is not the person for you?
The only one that I can really think of is the first boyfriend I had. I was not thinking about the future at all, and he was already thinking about the future and planning it, and I was like, I don't like any of the, like, he wanted us to live out of, like, a Winnebago. And I was like, I don't want that.
Was that enough for you to be like, oh, this is definitely not the guy for me?
No, because it was my first relationship. So, you think like, oh, we got plenty of time. We have the rest of high school. We have college. He'll change his mind on that. But then he started like actually shopping for them. And like he was saving up money. He was going to buy one. And I was like, what is happening?
Oh, my gosh.
But yeah, his dreams were very different than mine. I was like, no.
I don't know if this really counts. I remember having a conversation with a girl I was dating. I was a couple years older than her. I was like 21 at this point. So she's in college and was wanting to transfer to like a very expensive school that was far away. I was anti this plan because it was far away. She was very pro this plan, I think because it was also far away. And she used like the argument of, well, you didn't go to college, so it's okay if I rack up a bunch of debt.
So she was planning your future debt for you.
Exactly. How romantic, right?
Yeah.
It's like, well, I didn't go to college to save money. Right. That was the whole thing. And I'm lazy. Those are the two reasons.
Saddled with student debt.
Right. And now it's like, well, I mean, it makes perfect sense to me because if I go into 100,000, then it's really like we just went into 50 apiece. It's like, well, great math there, but that's not really the point. Started out innocently discussing whether or not like we should have a buffet or it should be a serving style wedding. Yeah. This wedding that led to somebody getting stabbed.
Horrible.
It's crazy. Y101, Adam and Allison, this couple was planning their wedding. It got heated. She stabbed him. I wanted to know when plans for the future let you know maybe we should not be together. Maybe we aren't perfect for each other. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
601-995-1017. Interesting text here. It says, I didn't leave over plans for the future. I left because there was no future. After 5 years, he wouldn't commit, so time was up.
Yeah, I would say after 5 years, if you're like, okay, let's go to the next step, and he's like, why? Yeah, might be time to move on.
And Brandlin said, I've tried to run over my fiance because he wouldn't get in the car.
Uh-oh.
That's very funny, too. Anyway, that's, don't do that.